Warning, we cannot stress enough that you shouldn't take anything we say seriously, or whatever our lawyer told us to say.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Lower Social Value. I'm Ben. I just wanted to start this episode off by first saying, like I mentioned last week, be careful with who you diss on a podcast. With that being said, Joe's not here this week for unrelated reasons, and I just want to start off by thanking Beyonce. Thank you, Beyonce, and thank you, Jay-Z, for putting us in the position we're in with this podcast. Thank you. I'll make sure to thank you every night before bed, and I will thank you when we win our first podcast award. But thank you. We owe all of our success to you, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Thank you.
Psych, I'm here, and that was not something I agreed to.
Whoa, Joe, you're here. You're alive. I thought Beyonce got you.
To be honest, we're recording this on a Monday night, and we normally record this on Saturday during the day because I was sick this weekend, so legitimate concern there.
Yeah,
yes.
We didn't record, and he just didn't show up to my house, and it was like, oh no, Jay-Z, Sean Carter, Sean Combs, and Beyonce Knowles have abducted Joe.
I was their offering to the P. Diddler.
Yeah, it was a one night thing. P. Diddy wasn't satisfied.
P. Diddy required a sacrifice, and he was like, "Wow, you are disappointing. Good job."
Joe's the only one to be free of P. Diddy's clutches.
I'm the only one who got disappointed out of the freak party. They were like, you know what? No.
We said freak off, not allow all the freaks into our party.
I was the dogs they were referring to and who let the dogs out.
Are you the dog in Shaggy Dog too?
Oh my! Why do you do this? Why have you done this to me?
It's a great movie. Anyways, you had something you wanted to say that was probably more important.
Yeah, I was going to say thank you to everyone who's been listening so far, everyone who's followed our social media pages. It's been really cool to interact with the people we have. I do want you to tell your friends what's happening with this thing. I think that, you tell one friend, they tell one friend, and all of a sudden we're meet and greeting.
All of a sudden we have 5 listeners.
No, we have more than that. No, but really, thank you. We could do it without you, but we don't want to. We could just have no listeners and just talking to a microphone on Saturdays, and I think we would be laughing at ourselves. But
yeah,
I'm glad for the people that have reached out, offered their questions, and have offered their reviews of our show as well. So, thank you guys. And
you had told me about a couple questions we received that will not be making the cut this week.
Oh, yes. Connor, if you're listening, I wouldn't get myself into that situation. If I did, I'd move sideways because physics and you need help. Hannah, your friend needs help and you need better friends. Goodbye.
And the rest of you, fill in the blank.
I will not be airing these questions out. They're in a little vault, so if at some point it's like, hey, we'll pay you $150 because I'm poor, then maybe I'll release them. But it's not happening on this public airwave.
We're not risking the 1 in 100 chance that our mom will tune into one episode and it'll be that one.
It's gonna be that one. Speaking of episodes, because we are recording on Monday, Reddit Games is out.
Yeah.
The Rock Johnson is very firm and ready for listening.
The Johnson Rock. Yeah. It's funny because I forgot that it was coming out. I was like, it's recording day. And then all of a sudden I'm like, it's midnight. I'm like, oh, hey.
At the end of the day, I showed up here and was like, okay, it's Saturday, time to record. It's like, nope, wrong day, wrong time.
It is a moon day. And Joe has a baseball game in 2 hours, so we got to make this quick.
Yeah. I'm still too sick for this.
Yeah. Dude, I woke up and I was like, dang, I'm feeling ill a little bit. And I'm like, this is going to be awesome because Joe's sick and I'm sick. And then I got better, except I've had this pressure headache in the right side of my face all day. It feels like someone's stabbing a knife through my eyeball.
See, I had a headache yesterday, pretty bad. A head and throat ache yesterday. And then today, those are gone, but now my tummy is being difficult.
Yo, you had a throat ache? Hey, yo. Anyways.
The sore throat doesn't make it sound better.
Yeah, there was an NBA quote.
One could be accidental. One definitely takes effort.
What was I need to find it, but there was this NBA injury report. So there was an NBA player, if you know Dwight Howard, who was out with a back injury back in 2018, and it turns out it was a butt injury. And if you know anything about Dwight Howard, you know, I'm pretty sure it wasn't a strained glute or anything. He was just sore.
Yeah, see, difference between sore and ache. You're ruining this Diet Dr. Pepper for me. This tastes bad now, thanks.
Yeah, well. Cool. Speaking of Diet Dr. Pepper, here's a fun tweet I saw the other day about our good old friend Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa shares a new drink combo combining Diet Coke, and prepare yourselves here, pickle juice, and jalapeno sauce. Which, first off, didn't know they made jalapeno sauce, but whatever. So, our first entry of today is my personal question for Joe. First off, what are your thoughts on this situation? Second off, what weird drink combos can you think of?
The only thing that gets me about Dua Lipa's is that it's jalapeno sauce and not jalapeno juice.
Yeah. That was the direct quote.
If it were jalapeno juice, yeah, I'd try it. There's a whole trend with Dr. Pepper and pickle.
What?
Yeah, it's a fair food somewhere where they have a cup and they put pickles and Dr. Pepper in it.
That's disgusting. What's wrong with people?
I don't know. Pickles are just vinegared up cucumbers, so it just adds a little bit of oomph to it.
Okay, that makes it better. Cucumber Diet Coke, my favorite.
No, because it's pickled up.
Vinegar Diet Coke.
I mean, you're not.
Yay.
Listen, you're not pouring vinegar into
Your
it.
explanation for why this is okay is because pickles are just vinegar and cucumber. I don't want either of those things in my Diet Coke either.
Pickles are cucumber, vinegar, water, and seasonings. Pepper, salt, sometimes garlic.
Doesn't make me want my Diet Coke.
Have you never drank pickle juice?
I've never drank pickle juice, no. Actually, I know
You've never had a pickleback?
What?
You can choose whatever alcohol. I prefer whiskey for this, but you take a shot of that and then a shot of pickle juice.
You forget that my alcohol consumption is once a month, maybe, and it's like a tiny sip.
I'm doing a pickleback with you next time.
Pickleback, live pickleback reaction. That's my... Look at this graph. That's my favorite pickleback song.
Yeah, no, but if you put pickle juice and then jalapeno juice in a Diet Coke, 100%. Have you ever had a Diet Coke and lemon?
Yeah, that's good.
Like lemon juice, yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. I'll tell you my first problem. Diet Coke, I already was like, Diet Coke's kind of gross. But when you add those things to it, so you know what? I'm gonna put that aside. I know this is her drink combo, but I'll think of it personally as Coke in those two things, just to figure out the flavor combos.
But they're not the same flavor.
You're right. Diet Coke sucks. Diet
Coke is like a little more, for lack of better description, a little more vanilla-y.
Yeah.
Coke is sharper.
What's the difference between jalapeno sauce and juice, though?
Texture, thickness. A sauce requires either a creamy base or an oil base, usually. So it's a jalapeno. So like it's jalapeno juice, but mixed with something else. So it's thicker.
Yeah, that's.
And so you're basically drinking a Diet Coke pickle jalapeno sludge.
Sludge. Call it a smoothie if you want.
I call that the sludge hammer. There you go, Dua Lipa. There's your drink's name. It's Sludge Hammer.
That'll make people.
Actually, did you hear about the trend that celebrities are doing where they're mixing red wine and Diet Coke?
No, because what? No.
Started a few years ago, and people are like crazy about it now.
That sounds disgusting. Why don't you just enjoy things the way they are? Why do we need to add gross things to things? There's an Oreo Coke now. But that actually doesn't sound terrible. But there's an Oreo Coke. Like, why do we need to do that?
Have you tried it yet?
No. Have you?
Yes. And I don't want you to try it until our live episode.
Okay.
Here's the thing. People are like, oh my gosh, it tastes like Coke, but like the cream filling of the Oreo. And I feel like those people were paid.
Is it gross? Well, don't tell me, actually. So our first live episode?
It tastes like drinking Coke, but you're also eating nothing but the black pieces of the Oreo.
So tune in for our first live episode because it sounds like it's going to be us dressed in costumes, drinking a pickleback, and then I drink
Actually, so this is, I'm not sure it was a secret or not. We're really trying to make our first videoed podcast experience be our Halloween spooky event.
Yeah.
We're going to dress up, and I'm going to have Ben do a initial take on the Oreo Coke.
And then we can take a pickleback, and then we do another shot. And then we get absolutely hammered, and then it's an extended edition where we play D&D with our Bratz dolls.
To be honest with you, I'm too big for a pickleback and one other shot to make any difference to me.
Well, okay, you're right. So we keep taking shots until you're out of it, and then we play Bratz D&D.
I'm Shrek. I am Ogre. But here's the thing. I'm human Shrek, okay?
Hot.
With the hair of Prince Charming when it's up, but it's brunette, not blonde. But then you also have to add the roundness of Gingerbread Man's face, but in human form, sculpt on.
I think
it's a real goofy experience looking at me.
I think what we should do is we should describe like ourselves, and instead of doing live action, whatever, we have an editor animate us every week with whatever descriptor we give today.
Yeah, it's like the Rick and Morty anime, but it's the lower social value anime, which would be a horrific experience, actually.
Well, so if I can describe myself, I'm 6'2". I have like a massive, like strong chest and big biceps.
Oh, are we doing height? Because I'm 6'5". I'm a humble 6'5".
Well, I said 6'1".
I'm an exaggerated 5'11". Everybody, I'm about 5'10", but I'm rounding.
I'm actually rounding up. I'm 6'1", but I'm 6'2". I got massive chest, big strong abs, and giant calves. And my face perpetually looks like I'm mogging everybody that walks by me.
Are you able to grow a beard in this false
All
reality?
Right, shut up. Dude, you know what's so frustrating, by the way, speaking of that, is I shaved like 2 days ago, and I have to shave often because I just get the gross neck beard and nothing else. So I have to shave all the time, but I don't get any of the rewards of having a beard.
I just let mine grow and did like super small cuts over the last probably month or so, and it's grown in super well.
It looks great.
It
looks great, but the problem is that when I've tried to grow it out a little bit, and I like will shave the neck, it still doesn't fill in like two little gaps.
Yeah, I had that same thing. I literally just kept it growing until it was filled in. And either it does or it doesn't, but it's I had real bad facial hair for a real long time.
Yeah.
Have you seen my ID picture? We're going to live react my ID picture.
While you do that, I'll tell you, the other day we were talking about facial hair, and somebody brought up something to do with facial hair. And we were talking about a couple of my brothers and kind of all of our facial hair experience. And like, for example, I can't really grow facial hair. My dad can't really well. My brother Andrew doesn't. We're pretty much in the same boat. But my brother Thomas and obviously then Joe, they can grow beards. Joe's is the best beard in the family, admittedly. But my mom was bringing up Thomas's beard, said something about it and how like, oh, you could shave it off. And then I was like, yeah, I don't think you should though. And she goes, well, yeah, no, like definitely not. Joe shouldn't shave his beard. And I was like, whoa.
So first of all, you said Thomas and then Joe as if I followed the lead. I was the first dude in our family with a beard, first of all.
It's true. He has the best beard and the first beard.
Second of all, yes, my mom has said that to my face.
Yeah, she does not hide it.
Not in a mean way. It was just like I just one day was like, I wish I could shave my beard off, start fresh, only have a mustache for a little bit. And she kind of looked at me, and I was like, but I know I look dumb. And she goes, you wouldn't look dumb, but like, don't do it.
Yeah, she always frames it as like, no, because he looks really good with the beard. And it's like, no, you think he looks bad without it.
And now live reaction to Ben looking at my ID picture from September of 2018.
Oh. What is this?
It looks fake, and it looks like it did a bad job.
Why does the beard go straight across your chin when you can still see some chin underneath it? Looks like you're wearing a bike helmet strap on your chin.
I told you I had a really bad beard for a really long time before this happened.
It doesn't look like... So if I could describe it to you all... or I could just post the ID online, I suppose. But no. But if I just...
You know what? When we get... What do you want on Instagram? Well, we'll go mediocre here. If we get 100 followers on Instagram, I'll post this picture.
Yeah, do it. Come on. But if I
tell your friends, get them to listen.
If I had to describe this to you, it's Joe. Really nice haircut, actually. Beautiful gazelle eyes. Perfect, beautiful sculpted mustache. But then his beard, it's like a chin strap for a bike helmet, but instead of going like underneath the chin, it's on like on his face, like on his chin.
You know those
like he's wearing the bike helmet behind his head and pulling really hard, and it's just against his chin.
Do you guys know, like, on windows in like homes in like the 70s, they had those skirts on top of the windows when they had the what are they called? The not blinds, but curtains. And they had the little skirt up top. That's what it looks like on my chin. Except for it's missing a few places.
Also, this kind of reminds me, I also have a really bad ID picture, so you should take a second and talk to our viewers while I go grab my wallet.
I don't think his is going to look much different than he currently looks. Because the truth is, my beard, if you knew me when I was starting to grow my beard out, it was pretty gnarly for a while. But the problem is that like I couldn't shave it off because I looked worse without it, which is honestly saying something. So seriously, get those likes on Instagram and I'll post it.
So essentially, if I had to describe it before I showed Joe, I'll set the picture. That day we are going to get the new Arizona driver's license.
I haven't updated mine since 2018. I have moved 4 times.
But you're supposed to get like this new one because Arizona's was like outdated. So they have this one that they're required to get now. And so I went in to get it done, and you would think in my head I'd go, oh, that means I get a new picture. I didn't. So my hair was gross. I had put a headband in, like a hard headband into my hair. So it looked terrible. And at that point, I was really self-conscious about my smile. I was like, man, I smile really weird. So I'm like, I'm just going to do like a little like sly grin for this one. And boy, oh boy, was that the dumbest decision I've ever made.
He looks like Ghost Jeffrey Dahmer.
Except for Jeffrey Dahmer in the film is hot.
He looks like he's plotting to kill you, but only because he's seeking revenge for his 1890s family.
Well, it is in black and white to set the picture for everybody else.
He looks like if a vampire died in the 1700s and decided to get a license in 2016.
Well, it's funny too because my hair just doesn't look real. It looks like it's like in braids for some reason. And then I look everybody's IDs pictures. It looks like they're high with their eyes, but then I have this stupid little grin, and my chin's just facing slightly up.
He was telling the DMV lady uppies, and she got her mid uppies where he's like going from the P to the E. And gosh. He just did it, and it's absolutely correct.
I was like, I could do like a little smirk. It looks so cool in this picture.
No, I take all my pictures like they're mugshots. Every ID I've ever had, every school ID, my current work ID is wild.
Well, maybe I should start doing that. Start just doing straight face. Or next one, I'm going to smile like really big and with really bright eyes.
Yeah. One year we had a family picture where Ben kept closing his eyes as the flash happened, and we couldn't get a picture of him. So they told him to like keep his eyes super wide, and he did, and it is ridiculous. He looks like Gollum with the ring.
It was like real bright eyes. Although I will say, I'm going to air out some beef. Welcome to Arby's. We have the beef corner.
I don't think we are allowed to. We're gonna get sued if we keep saying we're sponsored by specific.
You know how
places.
We're gonna fix that? We are not sponsored by Arby's, so we want to say that and be very clear.
We are not sponsored by Arby's. However, roast beef says hey.
Yeah. But my beef, this is with my mom and my dad. With that family picture, by the way, there were multiples besides that in which I looked great. In fact, there were multiples where everybody looked great. And there was one where they gave the excuse, no, we can't do that one because Andrew is like slightly less of a smile, blah, blah, blah. And they chose the one where I didn't look good, but everybody else did. And I'm really upset about it because there were other options that were better. And years later, I brought it up again. And my dad goes, no, we just wanted the picture with your eyes wide open. I was like, screw you, man. Oh, that's... Anyways.
Here's the thing. All of my dad's pranks, they are slow burners. And you don't know them until later on. A couple years later, you bring up something that happened, and he goes, oh, yeah, no, I meant to do that.
Yeah, basically. Anyways,
it's like, you've been pranked. Thank you, Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah. Anyways, that was our Arby's. We have the beef corner.
Not Arby's. Why the taco? It's the Taco Bell! Now, are you getting it on with the Arby's? Because that's what that sounds like. Hey, welcome to the Arby's roast beef corner.
Wish you guys could have been there because if we had a camera on right now, I would have looked at the camera and I would have went like this.
Beefy?
I went like this. You know?
I think that's what the kids call mewing, but I don't know. I'm 30.
Anyways. I'll put the soundboard away.
We're creeping up on Halloween here. And before we waste any more time on whatever Ben's doing over there with his soundboard phone, we do have a question regarding Halloween. The person who wrote in was saying, I need Halloween costumes for me and my significant other. Help. And this was from Spooked and Desperate in California.
So I had a different answer going in, but I'm thinking right now, Jeffrey Dahmer and just like a human leg can be your couple's costume.
Now, here's the thing. Are you two iterations of Jeffrey Dahmer and you're holding two mannequin legs?
Nope.
So you're dressed up as a leg.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
What's up? It's me, Jeffrey, and leg.
Hey, it's me, Jeffrey. Welcome to my frat.
That's leg.
This is leg, and we're about to fight the hunt.
Why do they call him like, oh my gosh, it's a leg?
Oh, man.
That's the one joke that Kendall is still laughing about. She quoted it again today. When we were walking around, she goes, what's up? It's me, Shane. Welcome to my frat. We're going to go fight the hunts. And she's like, not trying to be biased, but that's hilarious. I was like, oh.
You could do Jeffrey Epstein in a rope.
Could do Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky.
That one is good too.
Bill Cosby and Pudding. Yep. Pudding Pops.
You know what you could do? You could do Beyonce and Jay-Z. Thank you, Beyonce. Thank you once again. You could do you could be Magic Johnson in a positive AIDS test.
Wow.
Okay, Mr. Kobe Bryant.
This is getting Kobe Bryant.
No, Matt, bleep.
I was gonna say basketball.
No, you weren't. You could do Gibby from iCarly and just go by yourself and jump into parties from the ceiling and say, Gibby! And smash it to the floor.
You know what? That's good. But Gibby and the Kool-Aid Man. You go from top, Kool-Aid comes from side.
That would be... Actually, you know what? That is the sickest idea. One comes in, screams Gibby, everybody's screaming, and then when everybody's like freaking out, what's happening? Kool-Aid Man just comes out, oh yeah! That would be so, like, unreal. Oh.
Ooh, one of you could dress up like Ben Simmons, and the other one dress up like a basketball hoop with the ball just on the side of the rim.
You could dress up as Ben Simmons, and the other can dress up as commitment issues to the game of basketball.
Michael Vick and a dog.
I go as Michael Vick, you two go as dogs, and then you guys fight in the middle of the dance floor, and I throw money at you.
That's more like it.
Thank you. So if you guys want, I'll charge a little bit of extra money for it, but I'll come in and I'll be your third wheel.
How about you guys dress up like Lady and the Tramp, and I'll be Spaghetti?
Ew, dude. I call the feet.
Are we now? If you're a throuple, I mean, what are you doing? You're doing Lady and the Tramp Spaghetti. Michael Vick and Dogs.
You're doing viewer from episode 3, wife's boyfriend and wife.
Yes, you are PS5 boy, PS5 boy's wife, and PS5 boy's wife's boyfriend.
That's a hard sentence.
You could do a listener from that one PS5 boy, PS5 boy's wife, and the boyfriend can dress up as not the PS5.
Dress up as a seagull and a guy who smokes a lot of cigs. Actually, you know what?
Why are we just deep taking our own stuff? And we're not. It's not even a deep take. It's a hey. Remember 2 weeks ago when you listened to this dumb joke? You know what? You could dress up like this dumb joke.
Dress up as Cillian Murphy. I'm just kidding. Cillian Murphy.
Shane, the Huns, and Mulan.
You could dress up as. That's a oh my
I don't know.
gosh.
You've done couples costumes before. What's some actual like non-political, non-bad ideas?
Well, so we've gone as 2 Barcelona soccer players because we went to Spain.
Excuse me.
Sorry, Barcelona.
Thank you.
We went to Barcelona.
Thank you.
We went to Barcelona and we got a bunch of clothes there that were their soccer team. And so we wore those. Was that last year, I think? We've done... One year I was Captain America and she just wore sweatpants. That was pretty cool.
What was that one?
I wanted to be Captain America and she said, I'm 20. I don't want to dress up for Halloween anymore. But we've talked about some this year because now we have a child. And so now it's like, what do we want to do? And we thought about all going as Devin Booker, but the problem is that Lily doesn't fit into her Devin Booker outfit yet. So we got to figure something else out. We thought about doing Shrek, Fiona, and Farkle, which is one of their triplets. There's Fargus, Farkle, and...
That's a good one.
And... Just kidding, I don't know their names. That's a good one. I feel like I haven't dressed up as Halloween. Kendall!
I haven't dressed up as Halloween. My wife,
Come here! My wife is coming.
I'm pretty sure she's feeding your daughter right now, but all right.
Well, what takes priority, my daughter or this podcast? Hey, come into the microphone. What have we dressed up as couples costumes?
What have we dressed up as?
Yeah, get close. Come on, the viewers told me they missed all you last episode.
Yeah, we've already heard about Captain America and being too old to dress up.
I dressed up as Captain America and you wore sweats because you were too old to dress up.
I don't know.
Thank you, Kendall. Thanks for being a guest.
Lily, what do you want to dress up as?
I should all dress up as Devin Booker. I've already
That's
been
what
on
I
that.
said. See, but she doesn't fit into her Devin Booker outfit yet.
We've been athletes.
Yeah, we dressed up as soccer players last year. What else have we done? We've been together for a while.
Oh, we did MGK and
Oh,
what's her name?
Megan Fox.
Yeah.
That's the
That was a good one.
that was the one I was
am
forgetting.
weed. Yeah.
Yeah, I literally had a sign that said "I am weed" on it. And,
You're welcome.
yeah, and it was great. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kendall. Thank you, Lily.
Anytime.
Woo! But yeah, MGK and Megan Fox is still topical. But now you can add a new element, which is,
Their blood ring.
yeah, you get the blood ring where you can't take it off without cutting your finger off. Oh, you can be Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. And then in the middle of the night, you can divorce Ben Affleck and he can change into a sandwich from the bodega, if you know, you know, with orange drink. Have you seen that clip?
Nope.
What's your go-to order at the bodega? Jennifer Lopez, clearly not from New York or clearly not ingrained in that culture. Oh, I used to get a ham and cheese on a roll with chips and an orange drink, if you know, you know. And the whole internet, including all the New Yorkers, were like, no, we don't know. Nobody knows. What are you talking about?
You talking that Fanta?
Yeah, the orange drink. Yeah, Fanta exists everywhere, buddy. It says Fanta on the side.
Do you mean orange juice?
Yeah, orange drink. Tastes a lot like oranges, whatever it's called.
Basically, her order is ham sandwich, chips, and orange juice. So
So if you think that you should take advice from Jennifer Lopez. But no, yeah, Jennifer Lopez, Ben Affleck, then in the middle of the night, he becomes orange drink, and you're still a couple's costume. Yeah, that's all the ones I have, to be honest with you.
I'm not sure we can keep this one in, but one of you dresses as a Disney executive, and the other one dresses as Redhead Little Mermaid, and midway through...
All right, moving on from that one.
And then we just keep the rest of this in. Just cut the...
And then say it later.
And then just cut it again.
Cut out. So every time we say, we have to cut out the word.
Yes. Like the Oreo is white on the inside and black on the outside. Make it really obvious.
Oh, man. Okay, well, anyways, I have...
Moving on. Dress as Scooby and Shaggy because we know what you're doing later.
Smoking that reef. Oh, man. Okay.
Smoking that reef and then smoking that reef.
All right, our next question's from Maya. It says, my friend recommended me a book made by an alleged cult leader. We've been talking... My friend and I have been talking about moving in for a few months now. This is crazy. He sent me a self-help book, and I read the first few chapters, and the red flags were immediate. The author claimed to be clairvoyant. The author is Tom Hanks.
Yeah, we all know Tom Hanks is the only clairvoyant to have ever existed.
The author claimed to be clairvoyant, and basically had X-ray vision. My point is, how should I address this, my friend? Well... ask him what the cult is and how you can join. Because if you can become clairvoyant, take that opportunity.
I mean, yes. And then as you are gaining your power, maybe climb the ranks.
Start killing off the leaders above you.
If you become the head person, you know how much money that you are going to make?
You can buy all the private jets and... yeah, I guess that's the only thing I can think of you could buy. But.
Yeah, that's pretty much what Taylor Swift did, right? And then she bought a private jet, and then she flies all over the country just because she wants a sandwich.
Taylor Swift going from her bedroom to get a snack downstairs. Taylor Swift, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Beyonce. Thank you.
Just read, learn, absorb as much as you can. Then start a spinoff where you're not clairvoyant, but like you're almost clairvoyant. So like you're just really good at guessing games.
Yeah, it's like the show Blackish, where, but instead it's clairvoyant-ish. No, but yeah.
Why are we doing this?
It's hilarious. No, but yeah, absorb. I think you absorb as much as you can, and then form your opinion. It sounds like you're not giving him a chance. Okay, have you ever been in a relationship where there were red flags and you ignored them and it worked out for you? I haven't, but I'm sure it happens. So just let it happen. Ignore the red flags and see what happens.
What's wild is that it actually doesn't happen for anybody. So you should be the first.
Yeah.
Ignore the red flags. Start walking with your head upside down because then red turns into green, I think, because that's how stoplights work.
Start running red lights because they're green because you're upside down.
Isn't that how that works?
So to answer your question, Maya, start driving upside down. That's how you solve this problem.
Yeah, no, Maya, I don't know what your objection to this is.
Also, is your objection to your boyfriend? Are you concerned? Well, boyfriend, it just says friend, but then it says they're moving in. Let me look. Wait, well, I guess it could be a lady.
Okay, how many rocks does this friend have? And I'm not talking like meteorite rocks because that's cool as hell. I'm talking crystals and like that big pink rock that people seem to turn into a light bulb and lick it.
Oh, Himalayan salt rock.
Sure.
Yo, there was a show I was watching, a house show where they build tiny houses, and their entire back wall was made out of this rock. No, it wasn't a back wall. They had a cave in this tiny house that you could go into with Himalayan salt rock everywhere. It's crazy.
How many times did this person ask you what your sign was? And was that the deciding factor of moving in with you?
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Is he recommending this because he thought it was funny? Is he recommending it to you because there's good advice? Is he recommending it to you because he's trying to subtly give you, like, get you indoctrinated? Like he's not hitting his quota for this cult leader?
Yeah, he needs 2.5 souls per week, and he's kind of dropping the ball.
Yeah.
And Daddy John wants him to hit 2.5 a week, 3 if possible. And he was like, but I'm sorry, I can't do this to my friends. And then Daddy was like, you know what? Don't care. You're either in or you're out. So Maya, what you're doing is really hurting your friend here.
Well, you have to understand too. If he doesn't hit his quota, they send Gorloth the Incredible to his house. This giant green 7-foot tall monster to come and shake all of his coins out of his pockets. So if you want to help your buddy out.
I don't know where you went there, but I'm pretty sure you were describing a giant goblin.
Maybe I was. Maybe Gorloth the Goblin is a thing. But he does go by Gorloth the Incredible. So respect him, please.
Next time you're around your friend and they are like, hey, what sign are you? Reply with Capri Sun and see what they say.
Did you know that that Gatorade's in Mercury right now? And that's why I ran over that school of children on my way here.
Pretty sure the Mercury is in the Gatorade.
Oh my gosh, there's Mercury in the Gatorade? We gotta warn somebody.
And the Scorpions are running wild. The Capricorns or the candy corns, they're hopping around turning orange for Halloween.
And we're sad to inform you that you have cancer.
Yeah, the only thing I know about my sign is I've been called a Cancer before. And I know that I have been told what my sign is on more than one occasion. That information is so impertinent to me that I actively reject it. So I don't know. I think the last person said I was a Scorpion or something.
You're in a heated argument with a girl. You're like she's arguing with you. You're like, oh no, this. She goes, you're such a Cancer. No, I'm a Gemini.
That was kind of the situation that happened. And she was like, hey, you're a Cancer. I'm leaving you. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm a Scorpion, though.
Someone said
I'm either a Scorpion or a Capri Sun. I don't know which one, but I'm going to need your help finding the proper rocks.
But I'm definitely... Just call out your local Asperger man. They got lots of rocks.
No. The Aspergers and the Gemini Witches are on 2 different teams.
Oh.
Asperger's guys are really cool about, like, actual science and being interested in actual, real, important rocks.
They care about things that matter.
And the unicorns are just out here trying to poke whatever rocks they can and make them feel good. They're trying to manifest themselves.
What?
Manifesting.
That's what I thought you said. All right. But anyways, just enjoy the book. See if it's a good read. Who knows? Again, I think that your friend could just be trying to share a friendly joke.
Honestly, I think your friend's being serious. I think your friend's really trying to tell you, hey, you need help. Here's self-help. And they're just absolutely wild. Do they have a cheap tapestry behind their bed? And do they sell fans online exclusively?
Do they have those pants that flare at the bottom and are made of that like weird tannish like gypsy material?
Do they have the silk stretchy pants with the bell bottoms?
Do they have a red truck that says on the back of it says "Silly boys, trucks are for girls"?
Do they have one of those profiles where you go into the bio, you're not surprised to see here's my TikTok plus one more?
Do they have a close, intimate relationship with Gorloth the Incredible?
Bro, what are you talking about? I came in here thinking, you know what? I'm still not fully healthy, and I got baseball later, so I'm kind of running on low steam. And Ben's over here just like talking nonsense.
He doesn't know about Gorloth. Thank you, Beyonce.
Are you talking about Gorloth the Destroyer?
No, Gorloth the Destroyer is different. She is a prophet of our time. Talking about Gorloth. Quick thank you to Beyonce.
Stop it. The next time we bring up Beyonce, we are ending the recording, and this is the time we have. And I'll do more thank yous later, but as soon as you do that, it's donezo. So we got another question. And I don't think this gives opportunity for Bozo to say B word ever again.
You mean
in this economy, I'm trying to find a way to have fun while also not being broke. How do I budget my life properly? And that's from Broke in Brooklyn. They meant Brooklyn, but they spelled it bad.
Broke in Brooklyn.
First thing, go back to school. You need it.
Yeah, go back to school and put yourself in more debt.
Oh, no, I'm talking go back to primary school.
Scarl.
I'm talking about going to primary school, and then you can start spelling right. You can spell right, and it is Brooklyn, not Brooklyn. You know what I mean?
Here's the deal with this question. You're going to have to spend some time sacrificing. I'm just going to be real, give you some real advice. You're going to have to sacrifice the fun for a while, meaning you're going to have to spend...
Go ahead.
You're going to have to spend a couple months gambling. So you can't have fun during those months because you're going to be going up and down in funds, gambling all your money until you hit it big, inevitably.
See, and I interrupted because I had the idea of, you're going to have to sacrifice fun, the band, one by one. Hey, I heard your friends are getting high in the bathroom. Not anymore.
Yeah, nobody listens to fun anyway. It wouldn't be that much of a challenge for me. If someone said, you can have all the money in the world, you just have to sacrifice fun, I'd be like, nobody listens to them anyway. I don't even think they've released a song in 10 years. So,
but for those who heard it when it came out, and I speak for all of us, you're welcome. Hey, Ben, screw you, dog.
You know, I was, 10 years old when that song was out? I wasn't caring about that song. I was still listening to Rip My Pants by SpongeBob SquarePants at that point.
So were we.
That's right.
We just had more developed palates.
It was, my iPod was, our God is an awesome God, he reigns. Oh, skip this song. When Big Larry came on just to put him down.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Fun is a great, they have some catchy songs. But
Some Nights was in 2012, and that's the one that most people know.
you know how I know that one well? I'm pretty sure that one was out when we went on the East Coast trip.
That would be correct, yes.
I remember that because I remember listening to it in the van after I was crying at the Statue of Liberty. And I don't remember why I was crying, but I was crying.
Because you're patriotic.
No, it wasn't that. I was angry at somebody, but I don't remember what it was. I had a lot of rage in my heart as a child, but I cried a lot. I didn't cry that much, actually, but I did have a lot of random...
Yeah, that was a fun trip that I definitely did not take advantage of being fun. You know what I mean?
Remember we got shot at?
Yeah, same trip. We were 4th of July, Baltimore Harbor somewhere, and there was gang violence.
Yep.
We heard the gunshots, and we made... As you do, you have one person lead, one person in the middle, one person in the back, and you book it to the nearest train because there's nothing else around.
And we did. And what's crazy is I remember we were talking and our dad was like, we should have done the Baltimore Pier. We talked about doing the Baltimore Pier. We should have done that. And then on the news the next day, there was a stabbing at the Baltimore Pier we were planning on going to.
Oh, that's right. We were in Philly. We weren't even in Baltimore.
We were in Philly. So we would have...
So the plan was Baltimore because my dad wanted to do that. We decided on Philly. Gang happened. Baltimore, someone got stabbed at the fireworks show.
The exact pier we were going to go to. And again, it was like either way we would have been in immediate danger. I also remember Joe brought a special guest on that trip, and she threw me over a bush because I was stuck and I couldn't keep running. And she like literally grabbed me and chucked me over. I'm like, jeez.
Was that a real thing?
Yeah, I'm not joking. This is not a bit. Most of the things I say on here, well, I'm not going to say that actually because I say some pretty horrific stuff. But a lot of the things I say in here are very true. No, she legitimately picked me up and threw me over.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I fully do.
Was that during the run?
We
when
were
running back to the
down
hotel?
the street, and there was a bush in the way, and I was running into it. I didn't know where to go because there's a lot of people around me, and I was smaller. She literally picked me up, threw me over the bush. I landed on my feet, and I'm like, how did I get here? And I looked back, and it was her. I was like, thanks, Fiona.
Are you positive?
Yeah. By the way, Fiona wasn't her actual name. I'm referring to Fiona from Shrek when she's ogre mode.
I mean, I remember I was either in front or the back because, like, Thomas was in front or the back. I was in front or the back.
At some point, she threw me over Bush. That's all I know. At some point, she threw me over George Bush, who was waiting because he orchestrated the whole thing.
She took Ben and she threw him from Philly over the Statue of Liberty and then boomeranged him back to our hotel in New Jersey.
Yeah, but no, it was crazy. Legitimately, that happened. I was like, this is nuts. And she threw me, and I looked back, and I like remember pausing for a second in the midst of the chaos, and I was like terrified. I'm like, oh my gosh, she was the strongest woman I've ever met.
I don't remember that one bit.
But how did we even get there? Oh yeah, you were gonna sacrifice the band Fun for money.
Wait, how did we get there?
Because then I talked about how we listened to
Oh,
that
okay,
song
okay.
on the
All
trip.
right, yeah. No, now I'm there.
Sacrifice the lamb. Fun. Oh, my
I mean,
gosh.
the thing is have fun. I was given this advice by somebody who is absolutely in debt. Someone I used to work with, and she was like, you know what? You can pay off that later. You should just go have the fun. And I was like, bad idea.
It's kind of bad, but then you think about it, it's like at some point, if you don't, you're going to be in the same situation anyway.
Not if you don't do that.
Well, I
if
guess.
you take that money and you don't put it at debt.
That's true, but then when you're 45 years old and you're like, oh, finally, I'm monetarily secure and you can't bounce anymore, what are you going to do? Go bouncing around the Statue of Liberty? You can't do it. So go have that fun and go bouncing right now.
I'm 30 and in debt. I cannot tell you with enough emphasis to not do that.
Get a job that allows you to have fun. So start robbing some banks.
Good idea.
Taking on some crime as a favor.
Freelance
crime. Yeah, don't do it for any particular purpose. Just do it for self-gain.
Yeah, I mean, you can pin it on somebody else.
Yeah. Pin it on me.
Yeah, have a couple. Don't do that. have a couple friends. You know, find a crew. Get really good at in and out sort of burglaries.
Yeah, go rob an In and Out for their money. That's a great point, Joe. Good. I like that idea.
I wasn't saying in and out.
No, you should
That
go
is a
rob some
blessed
In-N-Outs.
place. I was thinking more wait for the vacation homes to not be vacationed in anymore and hop, skip, and jump over that fence.
Or go to a retirement home. Who's going to stop you?
The only issue I see with that, those places do have security. Every one I've been in, and I've been in a lot of them, be it for works.
In case there's drama between freaking Susan, the 80-year-old grandma, and old name Karen 2.
Actually, you know what? A lot of people who are in this is Joe's real hour.
Welcome
No,
to
it's actually
Arby's Joe's Real Hour. Bong.
No, it's because families are unruly, and usually in a situation like that, not usually, but a lot of times in a situation like that, one family member will be wanting control of assets or what have you, and the other family members don't want that, and so they literally will be fighting in the facilities. So they have to have security on hand.
That's dope. I thought it was in case there was a runaway.
No, and when you're putting in a retirement home, most of your stuff's put into an estate anyways. And so you'd have to go to the bank for anything valuable.
So go steal some identities at the retirement home and sell those in the black market because they won't see it coming and security can't stop you.
And get your sneaky, dirty hands on some Social Security cards.
Go steal some money from blind people. They'll never see you
no.
coming.
Brother. I know how you got to that joke, but I don't... What? I mean, I'm not inherently saying that blind people are, like, better than everybody else, but come on.
What, do you have something better? Turn money?
Yeah, get a job. Work hard. yeah. Go get a job.
Work hard, but don't forget every day to thank Beyonce.
All right, so we're done. That was the Beyonce meter. It dinged in my head, and we're done. I want to thank everyone who wrote in today, who's written in previously, everyone who follows our social pages. We could do it without you. We don't want to do it without you. We want to know what you want us to talk about. We want to do whatever you want us to do, figure out games, play games, tell you your bad advice.
Yeah, and I think honestly, kind of on that note, not to get too sentimental, but we love building the community that we're already starting to build, and we'll continue to grow with time. And I think that this is not only good just because it's a fun thing for my brother and I to do, but it's also become something where I think ultimately we can have a terrible impact on people's lives, and I know how much that means to both of us. So
yeah, tell your friends, listen with your friends. If you have a time in hand that you will be listening, maybe invite us and we might come mouth the content to
We'll do
you.
a live reenactment.
We'll just come and whisper it in your ear.
Yeah. Anyways, on behalf of Gorloth the Incredible, this has been.
On behalf of I don't know what that character is, I'm Joe.
Thank you, Beyonce. Remember, hunger is temporary, but drip is forever.
You heard?